Hi everyone, this is Dr. R. Rajini, Associate Professor of Economics, Sri GVG Vishalachi College for Women. Now we are going to discuss about the limits to growth theory. The concern for environment was growing through the 60s and 70s. A debate started on the side effects of economic growth. Many questions were being raised linking economic growth, population growth, and environmental deterioration. Some of the questions were: does population growth lead to environmental deterioration? Is poverty the worst polluter? Does economic growth always lead to environmental degradation? Will economic growth go on and on? Will there be a limit when economic growth will reach a limit, and so on? The limits to growth theory is a 1972 theory that Earth's resources are limited and cannot support exponential population and economic growth. The theory predicts that the world economy will collapse in the 21st century. The theory was developed by D.H. Meadows and released by the Club of Rome. The theory is based on the following assumptions: Earth has limited resources, Earth has limited agricultural land, Earth has limited capacity to consume pollution, technology and innovation can change productivity. Professor J. Forster and his colleagues of MIT, USA prepared a model called system dynamics. The data and the findings were published in 1972 under the title of Limits to Growth. The limits to growth represents the expression of the first official concern about population growth and its implications for future well-being. The Club of Rome was founded in 1968 by an international group of philosophers, economists, managers, scientists, technologists, and others. The members of the Club of Rome took up a great project to identify the problems of mankind like poverty, environmental degradation, unplanned urbanization, unemployment, inflation of prices, and other economic disorders. The club's objective was also to formulate suitable policies on environment and survival grounds. The meeting of Club of Rome in 1970 resulted in the appointment of an international investigation team under Professor Dennis Meadows. The team was asked to analyze five basic factors that ultimately control the limit of growth of Earth. Number 1, population. Number 2, agriculture production. Number 3, natural resources. Number 4, industrial production. And number 5, pollution. Assumptions of the theory. The theory assumes that a finite stock of non-renewable resources, limited agricultural land, limited capacity of environment to absorb pollutant, limited productivity of agricultural crops, exponential growth of population, pollution and industrial output so long as resources supplies, forms of technological changes and built into the model provided the theory of money for them, and that environmental technology is also developed. Predictions of the theory. The model is more projection than a prediction. The first prediction is about The global population, food production, and output in the manufacturing industry will experience massive growth and finally may exceed controllable limit and finally collapse in 21st century. Second prediction, the earth will reach at the edge of limit because of high degree of pollution, extreme use of agricultural land and overuse of fund resources. The combined effect of all of these will lead to collapse of entire system of human society. The third prediction is the reserves of 11 essential mineral resources including copper, gold, lead, mercury, natural gas, crude oil, silver, zinc and tin may experience absolute depletion. The industrial production will be affected badly. Fourth prediction, if the present rate of population growth, industrialization, pollution, food problem and resource depletion rate remain unchecked, the human civilization on earth may reach at the limit of growth within coming 100 years. Even the technological achievement will not be able to enhance functionability or amount of resources. Sixth prediction, to arrest and check the disaster, the destruction, population control and balancing of economic growth is desirable. In this way, zero economic growth will attain global equilibrium. The theory uses computer modeling to answer the question of how long humanity can continue to grow and consume at its current rate. The researchers focused on 5 factors that they believed limit to growth on the earth, namely population, agricultural production, natural resources, industrial production and pollution. The diagrammatic representation of the limit to growth model is presented here. In this model, the years are mentioned from 1900, 1950, 2000, 2050 and 2100. It shows about the natural resources depletion, food per capita depletion, population explosion, industrial output depletion, then pollution level. Criticisms. The model treats the world as a single unit. The large multivariate subsystems have been clubbed together. The dynamics of resources is neglected in the model. The system's dynamics and computer modeling methods have inherent shortcomings. The model is based on inadequate data and experimental information. The environmental concerns and hostility to growth predicted in the model reflect the biased interest of the rich and the powerful. The limit to growth analysis global average in an aggressive way and is intensive to regional differences and specific solution of the less developed country. Implications. The limits to growth report highlights the dangers posed by the relatedness pursuit of material wealth by the developed countries. It warns readers about the consequence of unconstrained growth by industrialized countries. Depletion of non-renewable resources, depletion of environment and population explosion. The report calls forth policymakers, NGOs and the people in general to protect environment, save non-renewable resources, and control population. These are all the books I referred for this theory. Thank you. Thank you for your patient listening.